All right, we're going to look at making the graph in our surface area of a sphere. So in Schoology, you can get to that file. And what we want to do is we want to enter on these A problems, the A and B. So we're going to create a Google Sheet. We'll show you how to share it. And then we will create the data table and the graph in your Google Sheet. So the first part here is we need to open a Google Sheet. If you're logged into your browser already, it shouldn't be a problem. Then if you open a new tab, you can get to Sheets by clicking right here with the grid. Or if you're not logged in, you can just type Sheets. And when you go to create Sheets, you should be able to sign in with your Google account. I'm already signed in here, so it'll pull it right up. And then we're just going to make a blank sheet. All right, in a spreadsheet, you can enter things in each box. And if there's extra windows, you can close them out right away. We don't want to use the app in your iPad because you won't give you all the features. So if you do have the app in your iPad, delete it out and then just use your browser and Sheets. It should work much better. The first thing we want to do is give this thing a real title. So this is the Sphere Lab. You could give it any other title you want. Just give it something meaningful so you can tell what it is when you look at it. And then we can share it. So if you click share, you can share with the people in your group. You can share it with your teacher. Just type in their name and then click share. That should look good. All right, and now I want to enter this data table in here. So if we look at the data table, we want to put this in here. We could type it in, each one. We could type in sphere, and then we could enter all our data in here. But an easier way, if you have access to a document like this, is we can just highlight this whole table, and then Control-C will work on the computers. If you're on your iPad, I believe it's Command-C. So we're going to copy that off. And then we're going to click into the square. If you double click inside a square where you're typing things, then when you paste, all that information will go in one cell. And we don't want to do that. So if you ever want to undo things, there's an undo arrow or Control-Z. But what we want to do is I just want to click on a cell, not enter text in there, not double click, just click once, and then Control-V is paste. And then we can get our table up here. When you have tables like this, if you hover between the two columns, you can change the width to however you want it to look like. And then we want to enter our numbers here. So when we enter numbers, we don't want to put the units in. So my first marble diameter was 7.5 centimeters. We don't want to put the units in. We already have the units up above here in the column heading. So when you're using a spreadsheet and you're using numbers, you want just the numbers. So I'll put my numbers in here. These are what I measured with some of the groups. And so those are my diameters. And then I'll enter my number of stickers here. And your numbers may be a little different than these, and that's okay. We'll see what happens as we go. And so those are my sticker numbers. All right, you can also enter your surface area, your spheres numbers here, but since that was a calculation, you can have the calculation work here. So every one of these squares can act as a calculator. So I'm going to press equal here, and then I can multiply the number here in this box. So now it says C2 when I click on it. So it's going to take the number in here, and I want to multiply the area of one sticker, which was 6.25 centimeters squared. If you notice here, since there's nothing underneath here, it tried to guess what I wanted to do, and you can accept the suggested fill. And if we look in here and what happened, it took the box here and C6 times 6.25. So as you change your formulas, you can see that the values changes with them. So that's what a formula filling down does. If you don't want to use the suggested fill or it doesn't pop up, you can just highlight. You can just grab this blue circle right here, and if I pull that down, that'll put the formulas in for me too. Another way you can do it is if you highlight what you want. So this is the cell, and I want it to be all these. Once they're all highlighted, Control-D will fill those formulas down too. So that's how we can get our numbers in here. The next step will be making the graph.